Yep, now that we filmed our blooper video for the week, we're going to get on with it. Welcome to the realm of Millenia, for I am your host, the Millenia Mailman, here today. Be man, woman, child, spirit, creature, or maybe even be ye a native migrator, or maybe even invader into the realm. Welcome, for I am your host, the Millenia Mailman, here for week 16 Devil's Advocate hot take on this hot Take Humpday, right? Where the whole name of the game is seek and ye shall find. Been that way since the dawn of time. Might not be what you were hoping for, or might not even find what you were expecting to. But by golly jolly ollie, you sure will find answers, right? So I got several plot points for that. It looks like 7 just at a quick glance, probably 8 because dyslexia, right? But plot point number 1 is hide and seek. Yes, hide and seek for the seek and you shall find week. Hide and seek is honestly an awesome game amongst equals. It's never too long, never too short, and it's a pretty decent brain teaser that just gets the mind active and excited and into turning the whole experience of hide and seek into a very pretty nice memory, right? Because in general, that brain teaser that's happening is much cooler and effective in its tendency to remind you of all those general blind spots around the house that might collect dust, right? So hide and seek is pretty awesome amongst equals, right? For that very reason. Because also it even informs you of the things you might tend to overlook and disregard and believe, or maybe not. Believe it or not, that's what I wrote. Believe it or not, trains everyone playing the game how to realistically troubleshoot your problems to get to the answers that you'll need, regardless of whether you thought you needed those answers or not, right? And that is such a really big thing for me and my family, and why we stopped playing it, because everyone in my family is rather big brained, some bigger brains than others, but ultimately we stopped including our mom in the game, because anytime she would hide, we would play hide and seek and she'd be involved in trying to find us. She'd find a million more chores for us to do, and if she ever got to 5 chores for us to do mid-game, the game is over. Clean up this house and these particular 5 things before we even continue with the game. Right? It's like, you're gonna need to clean up the house and fix it. 2 of those messes we made trying to put ourselves in a hiding spot, don't care, fix this problem. So we stopped including mom in hide and seek because she was just bigger brain than us. And it was such a horrible flex sometimes when she would make the big brain move of telling us she wanted to play hide and seek, because she would get us to play hide and seek and she'd tell us, okay, I'll play hide and seek with you guys in 1 hour, clean up the house, and then start hiding. And I'll come find you guys and play hide and seek by coming to find you guys. But if I find you guys because this house is dirty, where's my belt? No, it's not abuse. It wasn't even a real threat. It was just the idea of it, right? So, amongst equals, it's a fun game. It's never too long, never too short. But we stopped playing hide and seek, despite all the awesome experience of playing hide and seek, because mom was always never our equal in the game. And it turned into a chore. So tell me out there, put that in the comment section down below, what game turned into something you never wanted to play with your parents? That is mine, hide and seek, because it would always turn into chores, because she would find dust bunnies against the doorways, dust bunnies in places that she had to bend over to try and find us in. She would find random articles of clothes hidden under places everyone knows is dirty, and so on and so forth. No one would ever hide under the bed, but for some reason she checked that to see if we hid under the bed, and there were dirty clothes there. Golly, right? Hide and seek is such a sucky game when it's experts against dummies and dumb arses. And that's pretty much what the game was. Mom being the expert, and all of us children being the dumb arses. Yeah, it took us a long time to figure out that we were the dumbos, but despite being slow, we still got there. We still figured it out. So we just stopped playing with her. In mathematics, some big brain professors came up with a chart that shared the statistics and numbers and probabilities onto a graph, and it became world famous, you know, such that even those who have never actually seen the chart and graph actually know all about it. You know it, right? You know what I'm talking about? I'm pretty sure you do, because I promise you, especially everyone who speaks English, everyone on the face of the globe, especially those that speak English, know all about this chart and graph made by the doctoral professionals at some school, some university or college campus. It was made by them, and I promise you, just like the Harvard PhD and Nobel Prizes, everyone around the world knows it. Come on, you can come to it. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can. You've got it in you, right? In mathematics, some big brain professors came up with this chart. Yes, I know you know it. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to figure it out. It's called, come on, you got it. What is it called? That's right, it's the fuck around and the find out graph. It operates in the first quadrant of graphing based on 2-axis analysis of the labels. The more you fuck around, and how it's directly correlated to the proportional amounts that people tend to find the fuck right on out. Right? It's crazy graph. Everyone in the world knows of and about it. I promise you they do. I promise you do. That is correct. It's called the fuck around and the find out graph. It is unfortunate that it is true. I promise you that it is true. It has been proven time and time, and yes sir, time again. It is most unfortunate of a truth that you have to deal with and have to suffer through. But it is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. The more you tend to fuck around, the more you tend to find the fuck out. Pardon the language on this video. I'll put an explicit warning on it for you. Seek and ye shall find. Been that way since the dawn of time, and the fuck around and find out graph just tends to prove that point. So seek and ye shall find answers. End of the day, everyone's pretty much living their respective lives, but collectively, we all, I can't even read this word, we all want answers. So when we seek those answers out, we're bound to reach a conclusion, right? Regardless of the evidence or the results around the conclusion you eventually come to, either we get someone else's opinions and we draw conclusions based on the results and findings of other people to come to this shared truth and truth of the matter, or if we come to our own conclusions where my truth or the whole truth comes to light, so help me God. Because it's just been that way since the dawn of time. And no amount of feelings or deceptions can really even change that and how that works, unfortunately. right? Seek and you shall find is rather this, again, my own handwriting is terrible. Seek and you shall find is pretty much the epitome of F around and find out, right? Because the best advice to give is to be in caution of your endeavors for answers, because some responses and some answers are in fact more dangerous than others. So be advised when you F around and mess around to find out that you don't come across answers you actually didn't want. Because the more you mess around, the more you are bound to find out. Seek and ye shall find. Been that way since the dawn of time. But hey, that's just me, your Millenia Mailman. I'll probably do like a filler video on the remaining plot points because they're less important and whatnot. But that's it, right? So I'll label this part 1, and then on a day where I forget to film or something, I'll just make that part 2 come to light for you all, with the plot points I didn't talk about today, like that one, and that one. But yep, that's just me, your Millennium Mailman. Go ahead, like the video if you liked and agree with anything I had to say. Go ahead, put down in that comment section down below any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, or other opinions you have. I'll read them all as much as possible until I can't actually ever get around to reading them all. And by all means, share the video for more exposure if you feel like it deserves more exposure, or subscribe if you feel like it. Or dislike the video if you don't. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. It's okay. Dislike the video or don't subscribe. A-okay? Always peace.